We're going to demonstrate today the efficacy of the exclusion device in a simulation test in an oil well. We will show you the components that represent the oil well and how the device works with separation of oil and water. The oil and gas will come out of the well and the water will not, and we'll show you that process in our simulation test today. So what I have right here in my hands is the exclusion device in its finished form. It will be put in the well. We have to my right the well casing, the simulated well. We're going to show you that it's empty. This vessel is the oil well casing. We've had to build it high strength to take the pressure. It has a flange on top that we can attach the packer to. We're going to show you that it's empty before we fill it with oil and water. Then we're going to attach our exclusion device to this packer simulation right here on the bottom, just like it would go in the well. And we're going to drop it into the well casing over here. The fluid that comes out under the natural pressure of the well will come out through this hose. Now it's only a 3/8 inch opening, but you'll see it comes out under high pressure. It's not the 2-inch tubing that would, or larger, that would normally be in the well, but it will still come out under high pressure. And we're going to pressure it with these bottles of nitrogen, and that will represent the pressure that's normally in the well. Now we're going to show you down the tube to show you the well casing is empty before we start. Okay. You can see now that the well casing is empty. We're going to look down the casing. You can see there's a hole at the bottom that we drain it. It's completely empty. We're going to put the plug in that hole so that we can start filling the well with oil and water. First we're going to use refined oil. In the second test we're going to use crude straight from a well. Right now we're putting water in, and you're going to see it draining out the bottom to show that it's just flowing straight through. It's completely empty. We're going to put the plug in and then fill it half and half with water and oil. Okay, that should be enough water. Alright, let's put the plug in. This well casing is built to withstand 1,500 pounds in this test. He's inserting the plug now. The flanges are designed to withstand 2,000 pounds. Now we're ready to fill the well casing, just like the well we're in use. We're going to put in, it holds a little over 4 gallons plus the device. We're putting in 2 gallons of water first, and then we're going to put in 2 gallons of oil. That's the first gallon. And now the oil. You can see the color of the oil. show them the container. That was a newly opened container. We have more to put in. Is that it? Is that as much you're putting in this time?
No, that was 1 gallon.
1 gallon. 5 quarts.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is regular motor oil that we're running through it in this first test. It's 5W20. Okay, now the device takes up most of the rest of the space, and then we'll finish filling it up when we get the device put in. The next step is to take the exclusion device and attach it to the bottom of the packer simulator. When that's attached the same way it would be in the oil field, then the packer will be attached to the top of the casing and the flange is tightened down. Okay, let's attach the device. The device screws right on. It's made to screw right on the bottom of the typical packer. Hold the bolts. You need to tighten this with a wrench.
Yeah, we'll have to tighten it down a lot.
Now we have to tighten with a wrench.
Way you're gonna be able to pull it back up.
Okay, right there. When you raise it up, I want to point out the bottom here. Now we're going to lift this up and drop it into the well, just like it would be in the field. Okay, before we put it in the well, I want to point out this is a 2-foot module. It has threads on the bottom and a coupling and a plug. Most wells will use a single 2-foot. Larger wells with more higher production, will simply screw an additional device on the bottom, or we could screw 2, 3, 4, as many as we need to meet the production capacity of the well. So they come in 2-foot modules.